Alright, welcome everyone to a look at the Star Wars Battlefront beta. This is not a normal look at, because I'd like to do those in games that are actually out, but this is just sort of a normal one where I just want to take some time to kind of show off what the game is, because, people are looking forward to the game, so I figure might as well. But I also want to talk about kind of, what I think is going to be an issue with this game when it releases. And I think what it is that this is going to be a lot like Evolve or Titanfall. Now, obviously this is Star Wars, and it's Battlefront. So this game is going to do well. It's going to sell. There's no way. And this beta is not terrible. However, it is small. Like, in the sense that it doesn't really give you a very good feel, hopefully, of what the game is going to be. And if it does, then it's not a whole lot. Now, one thing I've noticed is that, I've just now noticed, is that it says I can buy these. I already have both of these. So I shouldn't really have to buy those blasters. That's weird. But anyways, so I want to go in and just sort of talk about how they do the collectibles and stuff. So the cards, if you don't know, basically you level up and you unlock access to these different cards, which I know that there's these and this are all items, like in-match items. I don't know what this is at all. So, okay, there we go. I guess, I don't know, something that you can, you unlock. I don't know if you actually use it for anything, though, but I don't have it, so I wouldn't know. But, you buy them with certain amounts of credits. I can't afford to buy any of these except this, and I don't know if I'm at the right level. It doesn't tell me. Yeah, I am. Okay. But I just use these ones. And then once you buy them, you can use these. Now, so far, it's not taking forever to get enough points. Like, all of these, I think, were 500. This may have been 1,000. I don't remember. So this isn't really that bad at all. And they replenish during the match, so you don't just get one. But I can explain that pretty simply. But more stuff. It's just that there's apparently appearance, I guess, customization. It's not in the beta as it says, so I have no idea how that'll work. So I can't talk about it. As far as the blasters, and this is one of my kind of the big things I want to talk about, is that they don't actually. They're not that different. Like, none of these are really that weird. Like, this is. Like, yeah, it shows that, here's the different damage and stuff, but it's like, not really. Like, you don't really feel it. They all feel very, very similar. Like, especially when firing them. So I can just show that, like, by getting into a match. So I'll do that, and I'll go to, I'll do Walker Assault, just because it's really something I can show off. Drop Zone, it's just like a domination thing, basically, except the points are, quote-unquote randomly located. I assume it's specific points, and they just alternate. And that's all that's in the beta, other than missions, which is just like a firefight or horde mode type thing. It's a wave-based, sort of objective game mode that you can play with people. But I'm just going to go ahead and go into Walker Assault. All right, I am the Empire, so I'm going to win. You can... spawn, just normal spawn, or spawn on... Oh, no, I can't spawn on a teammate. And basically what I said earlier, that because I'm the Empire, I'm going to win, that's almost a guarantee. Because I've played, I don't know, probably like 13 matches or so, which, I mean, that's just like in a day, or probably less, like 10 full, complete matches. And the Rebels never even almost win. So basically what the Rebels have to do, if you see up in the top, and I can also show it, so AT-ATs over there are going to destroy the Rebel base. I mean, just like, in the movie, that's the objective. And all the Rebels can do is take them down. Now, pretty much, foot soldiers cannot do anything against the Rebels, or against the AT-ATs at all. Like, just nothing. You can pick up certain things. You see I have that thing that says hold Y, and activates, and I can show it, although it's pointless right now. It fires, I don't remember what those rounds are called, but it fires the special rounds that can damage vehicles. But it doesn't really do any damage to those, if it does any at all. You can also use this rifle to fire at them, and that can help. but it's not really that useful at all. So basically, the only thing you can do is pick up like a ton of rockets, and they would spawn into like, these things, and you don't know what you're going to get until you get it. So I got a vehicle turret, so that's real helpful. And those might hurt AT-ATs, I don't know. They do hurt AT-STs a little bit. Okay, I can't get them. But basically, the only thing they can do is their flying vehicles, so their ships can, in theory, take them down. It's going to kill that guy over there. But really, the main thing they're really supposed to do is that they're supposed to get their, what are they called? Y-wings, I guess? Or maybe A-wings. I think Y. It shows them up there in the bar. So they capture these uplinks, and that allows them to be able to call in air support, which is player-controlled ships, to take down the walkers. And that can be done, but it's incredibly unlikely unless they do the minigame, which I've not seen anyone do ever. Now, I don't know that I haven't been in a match where it's happened, but I haven't actually physically seen anyone do the mini game, which is I'm sure you heard about. It's where they shoot the grappling hook thing and it trips the walkers up. Very famous. And if you're curious about the thing I'm using right now, it's some type of satellite dish that's an insta kill. I mean, I have no idea. I'm a casual fan of Star Wars, so I don't know what all the things are called. But it's just it's not fair for the Rebels at all. Like, again, I've not seen in over 10 matches. It's at least over 10. I've not seen them win. Another reason is that the Empire or the Rebels, they start out, and you can, if you pick up one of the power ups that spawn on the map. I don't know if in specific locations or semi-random locations, where you can hop in an X-wing and fight. And the Empire also has their TIE fighters come out at the same time, but they also get AT-ST walkers. And I'm gonna die. And that's not fair because the Rebels don't have anything like AT-STs. So basically, they've got nothing. So you've got these unstoppable forces just walking. Not unstoppable. That was unfair. But that's almost a guaranteed 5 kills, I would say. That was awful. That was awful placement. My bad. But you can see a TIE fighter there, 2 TIE fighters there, some people just flying around. And that's the only option. And also, the thing is that they don't come out until the final moment of the game, or of the match. So, even if they, get all of their stuff, and you have a good pilot that could potentially take down the walkers, you only get, I'd say 3 to 5 minutes at the most to even try to do so. I guess I'm guarding this. And I just don't think that's right. So it's incredibly unbalanced. I hate that. I understand one of the arguments that I think that I could think of, I've not heard anyone say, but that I could imagine, is that, it's trying to be authentic. It was pretty much impossible for, in the movies and in the fiction, for the Rebels to win. And, I mean, yeah, that's true, I guess. And if they're trying to stay, faithful to the movies, okay, but that's stupid, right? Because this is a multiplayer game, so it would obviously that would be a terrible design choice. So that's not it. And even if that is true, I just got teabagged. That's the first time I've been teabagged in 3 years. Wow. Then they wouldn't have put Luke Skywalker as in his outfit from Return of the Jedi. Yeah, so that's argument. If anyone makes that argument, it's just already crazy. I made that argument up entirely. It's just the only thing I could think of that makes any sense. If not, this is almost asymmetrical, but not like an asymmetrical game. A game like Evolve, or what was the Batman game? There's a lot of games that are asymmetrical, but it is still fair. And I'll just use Evolve as an example because it's the most recent one and most well known. Oh yeah, I can't pick that up because I've already got one, which is fine. I got no issue with that. I think that's good. Okay, so right now you can see they can do some damage to the walkers, right? And they've done a little bit, but that's not going to last very long. They're eventually not going to be able to do much damage to it. And so what's going to happen is that those walkers are going to be invincible for like another 5 to 10 minutes. And then eventually they're going to be able to hit them again. And they're not going to be able to take them down. Because if I'm right, the walkers are already invulnerable. Invulnerable, I don't think that's a word. I'm fairly confident that is not a word. But, so that's basically, as far as this game type, it's not very fair. Realistic, sure. Fair, it is not. Melee is not an instant kill. Maybe. Oh, good, somebody's blending something. Does that show up? Not really. Not if I talk. Alright, well, this gives me a good opportunity to show off the blaster stuff. Alright, so you've seen me use the light machine gun, so I'll use this one. And I'll spawn. Alright, it's a pistol, right? So, like, this should be good at close range, and sure. And you can see how long it takes it to overpower, or overheat, quite a while, and you can, it has one of, like, the skilled reloads. But here's this. There is almost no kick on any of these weapons at all, whatsoever. And they're all equally good. There is no better weapon. Quite frankly, it's almost entirely aesthetic, as far as I can tell. And they all feel the same, you know, like in the fact that, like, you know how, like, in some shooters, or not, well, hopefully a good shooter, if you're firing a light machine gun, it's going to feel a whole lot different when it hits, you know, when you fire it than the, you know, a submachine gun or a pistol or whatever this is supposed to be. I guess more a machine pistol. But that's just not the case for this game. Like, everything feels exactly the same. Now, I understand that that's only with 4 weapons, as far as 4 primary weapons, and that could change, and I'm open to that. But so far, it's... Wow. Thank you, Darth Vader's dead corpse. I also gotta say, and it's been, like, a long time. I played... I'm gonna die. Orbital Strike's gonna get me. Get out. Oh, I lived. Wow. Whew. It's been a long time, and I didn't play a lot of any of the other Battlefronts, but I seem to recall the heroes being quite the, what do you call it, quite the obstacle, but in this, they're not. They're not really an obstacle at all. Like, you saw Darth Vader died, like, in no time. Wow. That was just terrible shooting on my part. Alright, well, I'll switch to my other blaster, even though I do have all blasters unlocked. Well, no, I don't have... I think you have to unlock them for each group, each organization. But you can use all 4 blasters, so this is the one that the Empire starts with. And I like it, but it's not any better. But it also brings me to this thing. It's a rifle, so it's like a sniper rifle. You get to use it continuously. It has, in theory, unlimited ammo. You also have unlimited grenades. You don't have the unlimited ion shots. You pick up charges to that. Can't show it on him. So this is an insta-kill if it hits them in the head, and it's an almost like a 90%, 80 to 90% damage if it hits them like on the body. As far as I can tell. Is that a guy? No. Not a guy at all, I don't think. Either way, it's like, I like this. This is actually my favorite weapon, which is a shame because it's just a secondary, and it's just a boring gun. Like, this is a gun. I'm gonna die. I don't know where from, but it's fine. I didn't die. Like, I'll show. Here. That fires a bullet. This is Star Wars. Now, I'm not saying that that's not accurate. That gun may exist. I see Y-Wings are coming in, and there's no way, unless they do the thing, which I don't see it very likely, because the one time that I actually got to get in a Y-Wing, and again, you just gotta get lucky and get to the power-up before anyone else does. Oh, I thought that guy was dead for sure. Yeah, but I mean, as you see, like, this weapon is not in any way worse than any others. It's just, ooh, I'm going to toss one in too. And I'm going to fire. Oh, I did not. Oh, I feel silly. Now, I would show off the other blaster, but I don't have it. It's very similar, and I do have some gameplay that I will show of a match going. But so far, like, does the game look pretty? Yes. This ground texture is amazing. It looks like snow. It's awesome. And does it look like Star Wars? Yes. Does it feel like Star Wars? Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, there's not as many explosions as I seem to recall. But, you know, it feels good. If you get the right weapon, like this one, I mean, it definitely feels, you know, and sounds like Star Wars. So, yeah, it feels like Star Wars. It's, you know, is it better or worse than any other Battlefront? I can't really say. I basically just play a lot of Renegade Squadron for the PSP. I didn't really play a lot of 2 or 1. And from what I'm seeing online, a lot of people are saying it's pretty much the same. I mean, my big issue is that, so when they first announced that DICE would be, you know, developing the new Battlefront, I was excited because I was like, well, I like Battlefield, so, you know, basically Star Wars Battlefield. And this is during, you know, Battlefield 3. I'm like, that's great. And a lot of people are like, no, we don't want Battlefield, we want Battlefront. And so this is what we got, and it's kind of boring. And that kind of brings me to my final point, is that it's boring. You know, it's boring. I'm going to do this. Hey. Yeah. Suicide bomber. You didn't know they had those in the Empire. Well, they didn't. Or they did, but now I forget it. But I don't see it so far. Now, obviously this only has one map in the, or two, well, three maps in the beta, but split between 3 different game modes. Do you want this? I'm going to grab it. You didn't want it. It kind of sucks. But I'm going to use it on the rebels I can barely see. Yeah. This is not a great weapon. Hey, does this overpower just like a gun? No, it doesn't. Okay, crap. Huh. But I find like this is going to be a lot like Evolve. I just got a message, oh boy, from someone random. Well, I'll look at that later. I have no idea who that is. Probably some guy going, hey, I can't believe you stole that pickup from me. I wanted it so bad. Like, it's a turret, guy. So, you know, it sucks. Oh, my mic's muted. Anyways, but it's just so far there's not a whole lot of variety. Like, I feel like I play, like, every weapon is different looking, but plays the same or feels the same. And it doesn't really matter what weapon you use. They seem to all be, you know, equally fair, unless it's just these 4. And can they change that? Maybe. I'm gonna grab this. I never get. I've only gotten this once, and I completely sucked at it. Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. I'll just respawn safely and use it. Or apparently you only get to use. Huh. Okay. All right. Maybe you can't respawn with the vehicles. But as you see, the walkers have plenty of, you know, time left. Like they're gonna be around the whole time. They're gonna make it, and we're gonna win, because they basically just need to get like a little bit further, and it's over. But yeah, so I feel like the issue is that this game it feels the same, and that's always gonna feel the same. And people are gonna get bored of it really quick. Like, it's going to sell well, no doubt. Like, there's no worry about that. But it's just not gonna last very long. I don't think. Now, when I say last very long, I mean in the same sense that Battlefield 4 didn't last long and Battlefield Hardline didn't last very long. I don't mean that, like, there aren't going to still be people playing it a year or 2 from now. Like, because of course, I mean, you know, people are always going to play games, but it's not going to have a very, you know, it's not going to be as big a deal as it will be this year, next year. By this year, I mean 2015. Or, sorry, early 2016. I forget it comes out in December.